The Knights of North Penn are getting ready to take on the Eagles of Norristown in hopes of continuing their journey to Hershey for the championships. The Knights haven't beaten the Eagles since 1995, but can they do it tonight and move on? Well, stay tuned for North Penn Television pregame show right here on North Penn Television. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Crawford Stadium for the North Penn Television pregame show. I'm G. Alongside of me is Bill Heddle. It's a perfect night for football, and the Knights are finally back in the playoffs. This was the goal for North Penn all year long, and they have finally made it. But Troy Swittenberg and the Eagles are standing in the way of North Penn's path. North Penn knows that Norristown is not a team that lacks any talent.
That's right, G. Norristown has the speed and the talent to match any of North Penn's offensive weapons, and Troy Swittenberg is the Norristown Eagles rushing in the right path, and that path is the path to the championship.
As Troy Swittenberg has the Eagles going in the right path, Heike Johnson anchors the tough North Penn rushing game, which has been successful all year long. Now, if we could look at the head-to-head graphics, head-to-head matchup, we see that Heike Johnson and Troy Swittenberg have rushed for almost about 180 carries each, but Troy Swittenberg leads the yards per carry and the touchdown numbers in that field. Now the Knights come into tonight's game 9-1 overall after losing to their division rival CB West. Similarly, the Eagles stand 9-1, but we have to wonder how legitimate the record is.
That's right, G. The Eagles were bumped down this year to the Suburban One American Conference with the teams that could be considered a little bit less of a caliber as the teams in the Suburban One National Conference.
That's right. This Norristown team has been a major player in the Suburban One National Conference prior to the switch, but Troy Swittenberg in the backfield, Norristown has to be feeling pretty confident about their team.
Well, if you look at the standings in the Suburban One American League, you see only about 4 teams and Norristown is undefeated within the division. On the other hand, North Penn is 8-1 in their tough division, including CB West and the Chamonix.
Well, it seems like that it's going to be a great game here tonight as the players are going into the game right now. Now, both of these teams are suffering from injuries, and Norristown is going to play with the absence of their senior defensive tackle, James Stewart. Now, we're into the game right now. So far, it's 3rd and 8 for Norristown. And North Penn defense so far keeping the Norristown Eagles in check. There's Aubrey Stewart with the long pass, completed to number 17, James Edmonds, and he'll pick up the first.
That was a beautiful pass over the middle, connected very well.
That'll be 1st and 10 for Norristown, and Aubrey Stewart comes out firing.
Looks like Norristown is ready to play this game. North Penn a little sluggish to start. Norristown is getting in there and playing a tough game.
Now with the defensive line, Bill Gill, Frank Mahan, Chris McKelvey, Dan Chang, and Aaron Thomas, who's a safety, along with Mike Landis, Heike Johnson, and Mike Colinello, and Mike Moore, Mike Kapusta anchoring the defense along with Steve Francis in the linebacker positions. And 1st and 10 for Norristown here in the I formation. It'll be a handoff to Troy Swittenberg. Swittenberg, of course, the great running back of Norristown, but he gets stood up right there.
He got stuffed. North Penn was all over him.
So that'll be 2nd and 10 with no gain on that carry by Troy Swittenberg. Troy Swittenberg, a Division I prospect, visiting schools such as University of Pittsburgh, Auburn, and Syracuse. He's going to be a great player in his college years.
Of course, we wish the best of luck to him.
Now, we would expect to see a lot of running game tonight, and there's a fumble right there, and that'll be a loss for Norristown. Now, both of these teams want to gain control of the ball, yet at the same time keeping the offense of the other team from scoring. And time possession is going to be very important in this game. That'll be 3rd and long for Norristown.
It looks like that first down woke North Penn up a little bit. They're a little bit more excited. Look like you're getting into this game. You can hear the crowd here at Crawford Stadium going absolutely nuts. They're really behind North Penn, want to support their team.
Third and 12 for Norristown. And false start by number 17, James Edmonds, the one that picked up the first, and he'll put the Norristown Eagles in a very bad field position.
That was a big jump. He must not have been able to hear the snap count over to North Penn fans.
Now this District 1 playoff setting has to pressure both teams.
Sure, there's a lot of the players have a lot of very jittery. Very excited. This is a big game after all. Whoever doesn't win here goes home.
Now, 3rd and very long. This will have to be a passing situation. I don't see Norristown going for a run here. With Aubrey Stewart, a very versatile quarterback right there. But oddly, they give it to Troy Swittenberg, and he picks up about 8 on that carry. But it'll be well short of first down, and they'll have to punt it away.
So they were looking for a big play out of Swittenberg, and he just couldn't do it. I think that was too much pressure to give him. He had 12 yards to go on a 3rd down.
Fourth and 11 for Norristown.
Big
long, high punt by Norristown, and Aaron Thomas will let that one go.
So it was almost a block punt by North Penn. You listen to the crowd supporting the team as North Penn gets the chance for the first time in the game to do the offense.
Now let's look at the key injuries here. North Penn with Chris Hamill, the offensive line, big guy out with an injury to his ankle, and Norristown, of course, with James Stewart, and Ken Myers down by the sidelines has more report on that. Ken?
Well, Bill, as you saw earlier in those sequence of downs, Norristown missing some big offensive linemen here, particularly, as you said, James Stewart, but also 2 other starters, DePiero and Davis, who have been big contributors to this Norristown offensive squad here. Now, of course, North Penn is feeling the loss of Chris Hamill on the defensive side, and also Doug Servey, who's a very good reserve wide receiver. I'll be down here all night long giving you sideline reports and injury updates, but for right now I'm going to send it back up to the booth with G and Bill.
Thanks, Ken. Now they're going to give it to Kapusta one more time. And great run stop by the Norristown defense.
Norristown's very excited. Look at them. They're running into each other, trying to get the entire team riled up and ready to play. North Penn is going to just hammer the ball, use their outstanding running game, pick up enough yards, and see what Heike Johnson and Mike Buster can do this game.
Now, Norristown has very good speed on their defense and offense with their track 4x100 team on the football team. 3 of them are starters.
Norristown defense is swarming Heike Johnson, not giving him an inch.
It's about 4th and 3, and it seems like North Penn's going to punt it away. Of course, you see there Jason Alcott, number 61, the long snapper, and he could be considered the special teams assassin. Punt returners do not want to face that guy. Of course, you're not allowed to be in the way of the long snapper, meaning that Jason Alcott has all the time in the world, and he'll be the first one to be down there. And there you see.
That was a huge punt. North Penn takes him down inside the 10. That was awesome play by North Penn.
And there you see Jason Alcott on the hit.
Jason Alcott, big man with a lot of speed, came right down in there and just took him down. That was an amazing play. Good job of the North Penn special teams.
Great pump by John Corson. And that'll put the Knights in a very good defensive position right there.
That was a poor judgment call on the Norristown return. The ball went over his head. He kept approaching, kept running forward towards North Penn, and the ball kept going over his head. I don't know what he was thinking.
With about 6 minutes and 7 seconds to go, Norristown has the ball around the 9. And they'll give it to Swittenberg, who sweeps to the right. And North Penn defense stops, and then Steve Francis on the tackle. Steve Francis all over the defense, all over the offense. Swittenberg nowhere to go with Steve Francis holding ground.
Swittenberg didn't have a chance. North Penn adjusted that play beautifully, moved over to the left, and kept Swittenberg inside to a loss.
Game after game, you see Steve Francis making those big hits you saw last week against CB West. Steve Francis was an outstanding player in that game, and tonight it shows that he's going to be a major factor in the defense. And second and long for Norristown. And Stewart will hold it. Stewart, beginning of this year, after Swittenberg was injured, he came in as halfback, and he just took over and ran for 145 yards in that game. So do not leave out the chance that Stewart running the ball, because he can run. So 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go, and it'll be third and long situation for Norristown.
Norristown hasn't had a chance to get by in the North Penn defense. North Penn defense has just been running a swarm play, getting all over whoever has the ball.
Stewart rolling out the pass, and it's up. And intended for Edmonds. And incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th and 10 for Norristown, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Looks like Aaron Thomas came up with that wonderful defensive play there. Just hammered him right into the North Penn line.
Ernest Hadrick will punt it away for Norristown. And it's a high, short punt, and they're going to have to get away from that one. And it drops down to Norristown 45-yard line.
It looked at me for a second that one of the North Penn players might have gotten a piece of that ball. Probably not, but that would explain why the punt went so high and didn't get much distance.
Timeout called by Norristown. It'll be 1st and 10. With Mike Kapusta in the backfield, and they're going to run it with him. And he's pushing through, picks up about 4.
Mike Kapusta is an excellent player. Didn't give an inch, kept charging, wanted to get North Penn as much yards as possible.
Mike Kapusta, the senior captain of this team, has led the team all year long on the defense and the offense, blocking for Heike Johnson. Done a great job this year.
You hear a lot of talk about Heike Johnson. You also want to talk about Mike Kapusta. Mike Kapusta goes in there It really hammers the defense of whatever team they're playing, and it gives Heike Johnson a good chance to run through a tired defense, a defense that's hurting because Micah Post is running in, plowing through players, and giving Heike a chance to run the ball a little more easily.
Now with more information about Heike Johnson is Ken Myers down on the sidelines. Ken?
Well, Bill, as you can see in the last series of downs, and now we're seeing an elimination of the rushing game by Norristown on Heike Johnson. Talking to the coaches earlier, Coach Kennedy, who in fact was one of my driver's ed teachers at Monco, talking to him, he said that their major factor here is to keep the offense off the field, eliminate the rushing game, and particularly the Division I star Heike Johnson. Back to G and Bill up in the booth.
Heike Johnson, of course, headed to Virginia on an athletic scholarship. And that'll bring up 4th and short situation for North Penn, and they're going to go for it. And you can very well see a quarterback draw right here, or give it to, or a fullback blast, and they're going to go with Kapusta, and he picks up the first.
Again, Kapusta using his size and strength to just plow through Norristown's defense.
Now, of course, on the right side, along with Chris McKelvey, the offensive lineman that we're used to seeing with Chris McKelvey, Chris Hamill, is absent from this game from an ankle injury, and he'll not be back for the rest of the season, and Knights will miss him. But they have the team very open, and Heike Johnson's breaking loose, and he gets deep inside Norristown territory, inside the 10-yard line, down to the 7.
You can see in Heike Johnson's actions and his movements that he really wanted to get as much yards as possible. He looked very excited on the play. He just outstanding running, outstanding play by Heike Johnson.
Now, when you have great running teams such as Norristown and North Penn, you want to score first. Having score on the board first is a great advantage throughout the game. And we'll see that replay of that run one more time by Heike Johnson. There's, you see, he breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackle, almost a 3.
You watched Heike Johnson on that play. Excellent balance. He got plowed 3 or 4 times and still able to stay on his feet.
Brian Gordon with the final hit on Heike Johnson to bring him down. And Heike Johnson scores the first touchdown, and that'll put the Knights up 6-0 here in the first.
Heike Johnson kept his head low and just plowed through Norristown. You can hear the North Penn crowd reaction to that touchdown. They love it here.
Coming back from a loss to CB West, these fans definitely want to win tonight. Of course, another noticeable loss is Brian Hand, the big tight end. With Wes Heinel attempting the extra point, and he blasted between the uprights, and that's good. And once again, you see Heike Johnson just blasting through. And let's go down to Ken Myers for the sideline report. Ken?
Well, G, on that last play, on the 4th and 1 situation play, I noticed on the defensive line, you saw a gap in that hole on the left side, which enabled Micah Pussy to get through. And then the same thing happened again, and Heike Johnson was able to break it through. So Norristown, in order to stop this North Penn team, must be able to close the gaps and eliminate the rushing game. Back to G and Bill up in the booth.
Here we see North Penn getting ready to punt. Looks like Wes Heinel's just getting ready. This kid's got a boot. He's an excellent kicker, the best one I've seen in Division I so far this year. Let's look for him to go deep, but he's also got an excellent stutter kick, which is the ball bouncing down the field and causes a lot of turnovers.
Wes Heinel, very experienced in this field. Very good kicker with a strong leg, and he will boot it away. And number 9 will field it, and he's going to break loose through the middle. and 45. Steve Francis on the pursuit, and he doesn't get him. And finally brought down near the North Penn goal line.
That was amazing run. That guy went absolutely ballistic on it. Did you see the moves? Did you see how well he deked around the North Penn defense? Just excellent speed.
Now, I just don't understand North Penn coming out and playing and giving up these kind of runs. Now, let's see that kickoff again. Now, Ken, we're going to see, we saw this last week against CB West, North Penn just breaking down. Just explain to me what's going on down there.
Well, G, on that last kickoff return, Norristown did an excellent job of being able to set up that blocking wall. They allowed their kick returner to have the whole strong side open, and he was able to return it down the whole side of the field, all the way down to the 15. If Norristown can continue to do this on special teams, this can be a major factor for them. Back to G and Bill up in the booth.
And Troy Swittenberg scores on the dive. And North Penn defense just on their heels, not being able to do anything about that run by Troy Swittenberg.
Looks like North Penn got really overconfident from the last drive and are giving up a touchdown immediately after they score theirs. Not a very productive defensive outing.
And number 14, Matt Spitko, will attempt the extra point, and it's good. And game's tied 7-7. At a game as important as this, the playoffs, there is no tomorrow, which means that North Penn's going to have to play their hearts out. And on their last kickoff, I don't see the North Penn's effort here. I mean, these are my classmates, but I'm just lost for words. Now, if we look at the playoff picture, you can see CB West, the number 1 seeded, hosting Penn Ridge tomorrow and tonight, and the winner of that game will play the winner of this game for the district championships. And Spitko will kick it off to Heike Johnson and Mike Landis. Or rather, Aaron Thomas and Mike Landis. Now, North Penn's going to have to turn it up. Norristown kicking and getting down on their 3-point stance. And Spitko kicks it right to Mike Landis, who's going to bring it out. And he gets stopped around the 30. Not a bad return by Mike Landis.
North Penn must be a little disappointed now. After scoring early, Norristown came right back with the equalizer, and North Penn's going to have to turn it up again. And not at all comfortable right now. They thought they had a little cushion, thought they were very comfortable, and now like Norristown comes back, scores the touchdown, we're right back. It's like this game is 0-0 again.
If you go back and forth with Norristown, it's going to be very difficult to win in the end, because as you remember 2 years ago, they had that kind of situation at Norristown. And here you go, Heike Johnson breaking to the left, to the 20, to the 10, 5, touchdown. No, it's not. He was pushed out of bounds at the end. A 70-yard run by Heike Johnson. And that'll put him right on the 3-yard line.
That's exactly what North Penn needed. North Penn needed a big play to get him back in this game, and Heike Johnson delivers. Wonderful. Absolutely beautiful play.
Heike Johnson, definitely the star player of North Penn. He has been the factor all year long in bringing this team this far. Heike Johnson has had a major role in it. And Mike Kapusta in the backfield now. And they're going to give it to him and stuff it down the middle. Is it a touchdown? around the half-yard line, and you see there breaking loose. And number 5, Ollie Stewart, making the save. And let's go to Ken Myers. Ken?
Well, G, on that last play with Heike Johnson, it was just a simple draw up to the middle, but you can see how deadly he is. He was able to find the gap immediately. Nice job, first of all, by Chris McKelvey, who was moved to guard and moved to tackle, and Matt Gill took his place over. But they both did an excellent job at opening the hole, which led, and then of course from there, Heike Johnson just turned it up. And that, if he can do this all night, then North Penn will have a feast. Okay, back upstairs to G and Bill.
And Kuklik scores on the quarterback keeper. And number 7, Wes Heinle, will attempt the extra point.
Wes Heinle, the most consistent kicker I've seen so far in the entire state of Pennsylvania. Just excellent player. Look at the accuracy. Boots this ball.
And Wes Heinle's kick will put the Knights up 14-7.
I get to see North Penn special teams really going to get back in here, try and bring themselves back up from that atrocious play last.
That's right,
punt.
Bill. This special teams kickoff team will have to follow their block assignments, or rather defense assignments.
Special teams looks like they're a little bit more in this. Looks like they're ready to renew themselves. Let's see how it goes.
They're going to have John Corson kick it off. Audley Stewart back to receive, where it's Troy Swittenberg. He's going through the middle. He's still up and finally brought down.
Looks like Wes Heinle brought him down.
Seemed like Sid Anand, the junior wide receiver, on the hit. Now that'll be the end of first quarter. And the Knights are up 14-7. So far it has been good and bad for North Penn, as the offense is doing pretty good so far, but defense, especially on the special team side, they just gave up on that run. And now we can look at the suburban run ratings right there. CB West on top, 10-0 after the win against North Penn last week, and North Penn drops to 9-1. And for Suburban 1 National, CB West will take the championships. And they're the champions, and they'll play Penn Ridge tonight, and Norristown playing tonight is 8-1 overall. First, of course, we talked about that conference dropping. Norristown
dropped to, in their division this year, it was a little less competition. Not what Norristown is used to. Norristown is looking for tougher competition. North Penn's looking to bring that to them tonight.
Mike Colinello, number 8, along with Steve Francis, doing a very nice job staying on the outside, blocking the sweeps. And they'll play a major role tonight. And Swittenberg, the tailback, in the strong I formation. They're going to give it to Swit. Oh, it's a play action fake, and it's a long high pass, and Mike Landis is beaten all the way. And number 88, Ernest Terrell, the 4x100 runner, the sprinter, just blows by Mike Landis.
That was a beautiful pass and an excellent reception. Amazing how he was able to keep his eye on the ball as it was coming over his head. Looks like we're for a high-scoring game tonight, where it's only the first quarter, second quarter, and it's 14-13. It's first quarter, 14-13, North Penn.
And Spica will attempt the extra point, and it's good. And it'll be 14-14. Norristown coming right back after giving up a touchdown. A very nice catch by Terrell.
It was Norristown showing off, showing they do not just have a running game, they have an excellent passing game as well.
North Penn's 3 D-backs, Mike Landis, Aaron Thomas, Heike Johnson, 3 of the fastest guys, but Norristown right there showed them that they have faster guys on their team.
Very disappointing for North Penn. North Penn looking for the run, and that beautiful pass, just very upsetting for North Penn.
Mike Landis and Aaron Thomas back to receive. Seems like we're in for a long night here, Bill.
It sure does look like it. Norristown probably feeling very good because North Penn scored twice on them, and Norristown both times has come back.
Norristown scoring average of 36 points per game, rated around 26 in the state. Mike Landis drops that one, and he'll quickly go to the outside around the 10.
Looks like Mike Landis got a little excited, saw that the ball was going to hit his hands, probably looked up to see where he could go, where he could run, and just lost control.
Now both of these teams are known to be solid. State rank for Norristown in points allowed average is 4th with allowing 4 points per game, but North Penn right behind them rated 9th, about 6 points, 6.2 points per game. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights. Very little room in the backfield. They give it to Johnson. It'll be 2nd and 10. Great defensive stand by Norristown Eagles.
Norristown looks really pumped right now. They're really close to the goal line. Want to try and keep North Penn there. Want to see if they can force a fumble, possibly get an interception, and score, capitalize on it.
So 2nd and 10 for North Penn. Inside handoff. Or Klucklick on the keeper. And Audley Stewart on the stop. And he picks up the first. Great run by Clay Klucklick.
Okay, Clay Klucklick is a very versatile player. You see him throw the ball, and also he has some good moves, able to run.
For North Penn's offense, we have the face we haven't seen too much was Joe Talise, but he's starting tonight at split end. But now they're going to give it to Heike Johnson on the sweep to the right, and he picks up about 5.
Norristown read that play very well, able to follow Heike Johnson and take him down.
Backs in the weak formation. They're going to give it to Mike Kapusta through the middle. And he picks up about 1. With the absence of Chris Hamill, they're going to start Alex Johnson, Matt Gill, Dan Chang, Bill Gill, and Chris McKelvey on the offensive line. Bill Gill and Chris McKelvey both on the right side, and that's the side Heike Johnson's going to mainly run towards. Chris McKelvey, of course, the Penn State bound senior. Done a great job so far. And these Knights, the seniors of these Knights, definitely want to make a name for themselves, and they want to have a great run for the championship this year. And so far, 14-14 here in this game. It's not looking too good for North Penn.
Most of the North Penn seniors have made a name for themselves. Heike Johnson, leading. You want to see the matchups? Lansdale Catholic at CB East at 7:30 p.m. Southern Hatboro Horsemen 7:30 p.m. Cheltenham at Wissahickon at 7:30 p.m. and Penn Ridge at CB East Saturday at 1:30.
These teams, of course, not in the playoffs, but they are still playing. So the North Penn Knights come back after a timeout. 3rd and 4 situation. And Johnson so far has rushed over 100 yards. And Kuklik on the carry. And he picks up about 2. And they're going to punt it away this time. They're not going to risk a turnover here in the Knights' territory. We haven't seen Norristown go deep this year, but of course, so far, Norristown's going for big plays, and it's throwing the Knights off. And John Corson, deep back to punt.
North Penn was all over him.
Number 4, Ricky Preet on the delay pickup. Picks up about 4 yards. That'll be 1st and 10 for Norristown.
North Penn's defense wants to try and come up with a turnover, make a big play to spunk up the offense.
Now, with that confidence of knowing that the receivers of Norristown may be faster than the DBs of North Penn, they might be going for a lot of deep passes today. And they're going to go with Troy Swittenberg on the sweep, and Dan Chang will pursue, but they don't get anything. Well, there's a flag on the play. And holding on the offense, and that'll put him back 10 yards, and it'll be 1st and 20 for Norristown.
Number 33, Mike Moore, pushed the Norristown player out of bounds. Mike Moore is always a defensive factor. The kid's an animal. He comes out, plays strong defense, keeps whatever offense they're against on their heels.
Now let's go to Ken Myers down on the sideline. Ken?
Well, G, Coach Patton and Coach Beck, the defensive coordinator, have been preparing all week because this is a team that's known for its speed. Of course, they have Audley Stewart, who is an option quarterback. Excellent arm, though, after losing Chris Blake. And he, as you saw there, that throw by him, throwing it, they have a lot of 4-4 guys here, very fast. So North Penn has to get them up front and then affect their passing game with the secondary. Back upstairs to G and Bill.
Sweep by Troy Swittenberg, picks up about 5. That'll bring up 1st and 15 for Norristown. And you see Norristown not going for those inside handoffs, but rather tosses to the outside and sweeps. Obviously, with the absence of Matt DePira and James Stewart, major factors for Norristown offensive line. They give it to number 88, Ernest Terrell. And that'll be a loss.
North Penn defense really psyched up. Now that they know that Norristown's probably not going to run it up the middle, looking for the outside sweeps, doing an excellent job.
3rd and about 20 for Norristown.
You want to watch for Norristown and probably do a pass this time, pick up another big yard.
With a 3 wide receiver set. Stewart back to pass. Sees he stumbles a little bit. And he still has time. And he floats it. And it'll be incomplete. What you saw there was Norristown with great blocking. But North Penn gave him all the time in the world to throw that ball.
You see, he had nobody to throw to. North Penn backs did a great job sticking with the receivers. Just beautiful coverage.
With Aubrey Stewart still in the huddle. But they'll punt it away with number 9, Trey Hedrick. Long high punt sends Aaron Thomas back, and he'll let it fall, and number 88, Terrell, will field it around the 30.
Wise decision by Aaron Thomas to back off, let the ball be downed, not willing to risk a turnover so deep in the North Penn or the Norristown zone.
First and 10 for North Penn here with Heike Johnson and Michael Pusta in the backfield. And you may see that now it'll be a sweep by Heike Johnson. He's breaking free. And he picks up about 15 on that carry as he's brought down by 2 Norristown defenders.
The way Heike Johnson's running tonight, he had the early 70-yard run. Looks like he might be going for a 200-yard game.
So first and 10 for North Penn here. And they're going to get to Heike Johnson through the middle. And he picks up about 3 on the carry.
Pace of the game has slowed down a little bit offensively. No one has scored for a little while. You see the back-to-back touchdowns. That was pretty exciting there for a while. Game has slowed down a little bit. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Second and 7 situation for North Penn, and they'll call a timeout with a play clock winding down. And they'll regroup. So the fans that were very excited in the beginning, quieting down right now. And Coach Penton is talking over with his team. About 5 minutes and 52 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And the game's tied 14-14 between these two. Of course, North Penn is anticipating a win tonight to move on to next week for a rematch with CB West if all goes well for CB West. Heike Johnson up the middle. Pick up about 2. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Heike Johnson's a very consistent player, very few fumbles this year, if any. It's something Coach Penton is probably very happy to have to rely on, is somebody who can get the yards and still not give up the fumble.
Cook on the quarterback keeper, picks up the first. As he crosses the midfield line, goes into Norristown territory.
That's the second time you see Clay Kucklick with a wonderful run. Able to pick up another first down.
An inside handoff to Mike Pusta, or rather a quarterback keeper. Clay Kucklick on the quarterback keeper, doesn't get much. And if we go Ken Myers down by the sidelines. Ken?
Well, G, as you saw in that last first down situation, Clay Kucklick picking it up as he's done all year. He's, of course, over the offseason, we've mentioned so many times how he's worked on his speed. It's proven, it's been a big factor in a lot of the plays for North Penn. He's done an excellent job with the bootleg, and if he can continue to do this throughout tonight, it's going to provide an extra bolster for the rushing game.
And there's a fumble by North Penn, and Norristown will have it. And they're going to go all the way for the touchdown. And number 25, Terry Powell. And North Penn just breaking down mentally and physically, and it's getting ugly.
North Penn must be extremely disappointed in that play. Heike Johnson looked like he had a good cover on the ball. Looks like the ball was punched from his hands, fumbled out. Good job by Norristown to keep their eyes open and capitalize on that turnover.
And Spicco will attempt the extra point here. And Norristown leads it 21-14. There you see. Initial hit by one of the Norristown defenders, pops it loose, and number 25, Terry Powell, he's just gone.
Looks like Heike Johnson was looking like Norristown was trying to wrap him up. Accidentally punched the ball free, but it was a fortunate accident for Norristown, able to capitalize on the fumble.
Well, Bill, when a defender usually goes for a tackle, you put your head right into the ball, try to pop it loose. And right there, he was going for a strip, and that popped it out, and Terry Powell just took it and took off.
Excellent play by Norristown.
Norristown leads it 21-14. Now, North Penn definitely does not want to go home losers tonight. And they're going to have to turn it up a notch if they want to win this game.
What North Penn needs right now is another big play to try and get them back in this game. North Penn's looking a little slow, a little disappointed. Every time they think they have a chance to take the lead in this game, Norristown comes right back. And for the first time in the game, Norristown takes the lead.
Every year I see North Penn play, I anticipate them playing their best, the very, very best. And every time we play Norristown, they just fall apart for some reason. And Aaron Thomas on the return spins out, and he gets down around the 30. And so far, against Norristown, we're 0-2 since the arrival of Coach Penton. the speed and the agility of the backs, the linemen of Norristown is just immobilizing North Penn's offense.
Norristown's playing extremely aggressive. A couple things that I probably would have called a late hit has been overlooked by the officials or ignored. It's Norristown playing with a little bit more heart than North Penn at the moment.
Handoff to Heike Johnson, cuts inside. He picks up about 7 on the carry, and that'll bring up 2nd and 3. Now Heike Johnson has to forget about the fumble he just had, and he has to move on, and he has to carry this team to a win tonight if they want to move on it through the playoffs.
Heike Johnson.
So they give it to Clay Kucklick, holds it. Seems like he has the first down. Little short.
North Penn probably going to use Mike Kapus to just plow through Norristown's defensive line and get the first down.
You see the 5-man front of Norristown trying to bring down Mike Kapusta, but Mike Kapusta bulldozes his way through to pick up the first.
I was talking earlier about switching out Mike Kapusta and Heike Johnson. Mike Kapusta running in there, plowing through defenders, tying them, hurting them, trying to slow them down. For Heike Johnson to come in. Heike Johnson very quick, very agile, able to move around defenders while Mike Kapusta just plows right through them.
And it's going to be a toss to Heike Johnson, and he turns inside for a pickup of about 4, and that'll bring up 2nd and 6. With North Penn cheerleaders, with all the members of their squad, the JV and the varsity, trying to root for North Penn and trying to cheer them up, give them confidence and the energy they need to carry on in this game. And it's a play action fake, and Kucklick will hold it as he's pushed her out of bounds around the 48-yard line, and he's about a yard short of the first.
You saw Chris McKelvey doing an excellent defensive job, giving Kucklick some running room, able to block very, very well.
There you see those cheerleaders. Definite fan factor here tonight. And Kucklick will hold it once again. He picks up the first as he gets plowed down.
Kucklick is a no-fear quarterback. You see him charge into the defense, no hesitation whatsoever. Wants to pick up the yardage, wants to get his team back into this game. Want to watch North Penn with the 1st and 10. North Penn's probably going to run the ball, as they always do. With his outstanding running game, that's the best thing to do.
Handoff to Heike Johnson, and he's going to cut it inside. And he picks up about 7 on the carry, and that'll bring up 2nd and 3. So there's a correction on the starting roster. Chris Hamill is playing tonight. Even with the injury to his ankle, he's going to play it out tonight, and so far it has paid off for North Penn. So I guess he had the okay by the trainer to go ahead and play. And Chris Hamill, of course, a major factor in this offensive line, doing a great job so far. with about a minute to go here. North Penn around the 35-yard line. Play action fake. Clay Kuklik has it. Had Joe Talise, but tipped away by number 2, Sheldon Gray.
Good job. You saw Joe Talise all by himself, and Norristown with 4 or 5 players around him looking to pick off the ball.
And handoff to Heike Johnson. He's going to go through, and he gets tripped up around the 28-yard line. And that'll be 1st and 10. And they spike the ball to stop the clock around 51 seconds. It'll be 2nd and 10 for North Penn.
North Penn definitely wants to score before the end of the half, have something positive to go to in the locker room.
Now Talise splits wide along with Aaron Thomas and Mike Colinello. And Clay Kuklik in a shotgun formation. And he's back to pass. And he has Aaron Thomas almost picked off by a Norristown defender.
Norristown doing a great coverage job. Saw the pass coming, able to get inside on Aaron Thomas.
Now, you're not going to get a great leadoff from the wide receiver from any of the Norristown defenders. You could look at it one more time. You saw that there was no space between the receiver and the defender. These defenders of Norristown are very fast, and they're not going to let you loose that easily. And it's a trips right formation with Joe Talise split left. Seems like a delay of game on North Penn, and they'll push him back around 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15. Or 3rd and 15, I'm sorry.
45 seconds left to go in the half. North Penn doesn't want to give up penalties like that.
Or it was an illegal substitution on behalf of North Penn. And they go trips right, open formation. Clay Kuklik back to pass, and he's being chased, and he gets it off, and it's going to be picked off. Now, once again, North Penn's not going to be able to throw against this team. Sheldon Gray picks it off. This Norristown defensive backs especially, is very solid with the league's fastest guys in Suburban 1 American Division, maybe Suburban 1 National. Guys in the Suburban 1 National can't compete with the guys on Norristown because they are considered to be the fastest.
Yeah, I'm a little confused why Coach Patton keeps trying to throw the ball. It's been proven throughout the entire game that Norristown has the capacity to completely disrupt North Penn's passing game. The running game is working very well. I believe he should have stuck with that.
Well, Coach Patton knows he only has about 40 seconds to go, and he needs to get big yards. On a 3rd and 15 situation, you definitely have to go for a pass. But the receiver choice on behalf of Clay Kuklik was very, I couldn't say because I'm not a quarterback, but the receiver was very well covered, well as the others. Well, he could have thrown that ball away and had one more chance on a 4th down situation. But Sheldon Gray picks off Clay Kuklik's throw. And that'll be it. But the fans are standing up on their feet for a first half played well, I guess.
North Penn fans are always going to be behind the Knights with the standing ovation.
Now, before we go to break, the injury factor here, we saw Chris Hamill being out in the beginning, but he came back and played out the rest of the first half, and we're going to expect him to come back and play the second half. And so far, Norristown just doing very well on offense, 21-14 right now. And the speed definitely showed for Norristown, and North Penn defenders were unable to do anything.
Norristown was able to capitalize three ways. Norristown capitalized from their defense, from the special teams, and the offense.
Well, it seems like we're going to have to take a break here, and we'll be back for a halftime show on North Penn Television. Stay tuned.
Go for a mouthful, go for the fun. Oh, go for cakes! Cakes for everyone. Just one snack is what it takes, and it's go for cakes. Open wide, stuff your face. There's always room for more Gopher cakes. Empty the box, then reload. Eat those Gopher cakes till you explode.
Exercised lately?
Till you explode.
Introducing new frequent phone hours.
Use the phone just 8 hours a week and get this free phone cradle. Use it 12 hours and get a speakerphone.
Use it 15 hours and get this cool headset.
Or stay on the phone 20 hours a week
And get a pasty complexion.
flabby body, and a great new nickname at school.
Exercised lately?
Hello and welcome back to Crawford Stadium. And with me, I have Coach Petton Sr. from the coach of CB West Bucks, the league champions and last year's state champions. And he's with us tonight. And Coach Petton, it's been a great season, great run from 2 years ago, the back-to-back state championships.
Right.
And once again, the run again. Going into tomorrow's game, how do you feel how do you feel about your team this year?
Well, I'm very proud of them because, it's tough to repeat, let alone come back and try to do it for a third time. When you lose and you've been down, that's a great motivator. Now, our guys have been on top of the mountain and looking down, and I hope they enjoy the view because you can get very spoiled winning a lot. Sometimes a great motivator is getting knocked off, and we have to try to motivate our guys by basically asking them to think back when it was like to lose. Now, my seniors have never lost, but what we do is Monday night film, and we're pretty tough on them, so they come out of there thinking, did we really win this game? So that's our biggest challenge as coaches, the mental aspect. Dustin Picciotti, of course, is a great player, but we have some other good kids. Our offensive line was a question mark. They've come along, done a good job. People kind of forget we have some pretty good running backs. Camburn, DiGiacomo, our quarterback Mike Oriole, 2-year starter. So we're pretty pleased with what our kids have done, and we're looking forward to playing Penridge. And if necessary, a rematch with North Penn. I have mixed emotions here. People say, what do you want to happen tonight? Obviously, I'm rooting for North Penn, want my son to do well. At the same time, it would be very difficult to play a team that you've already played and beat. Junior and Dick Beck and company, they know us pretty well. The second time around, they might have things figured out. I know their players are extremely tough. We were very impressed by their defense. I mean, those guys really hit. Picciotti had to have a super game to pull it out. So I'm hoping they do well the second half here. They should be ahead. They're dominating the game. Statistically, it's not even close. But when you play in Norristown and you have those game breakers, this is what could happen.
Now, as a coach that a very renowned and respected coach. Like, seeing North Penn play tonight, what do you think is their weak point and their strong point right now?
Well, their weak point is I don't think they could overcome just Norristown's blazing speed. That you can't coach speed, so they have to be just very careful that they keep the ball away from certain individuals. Now that's easy to say, hard to do. I think they have to control the ball, not turn it over. That was an unfortunate fumble. Not only was it fumbled, returned for a touchdown, but I think if they control the ball, they can wear Norristown down and keep them from the big plays, and they'll pull ahead, and they could win by 2 scores. On the other hand, if you get those play-action bombs and those kick returns, and they don't, eat up the clock, it could get ugly.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Coach Pettin. It was an honor on myself for getting
It's a pleasure to be here. I get a little nervous around all this North Penn blue here. But the only thing I could wear here was black and gold.
Did anyone recognize you from the fans?
Yeah, a few people coming up here. I have a lot of good friends over here.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
That was Coach Pettin, senior of CB West, the last year's championship team. And he's here to watch his son's team, Coach Mike Pettin Jr.'s team, so far. And Ken Myers is down by his sidelines with Dave DeFusco. Let's go to Ken.
Oh, well, I'm down here with my roller coaster partner, Mr. DeFusco. So what's up with Chris Hamill so far in the game?
Chris Hamill's doing pretty well today. He had a good day. We tested him functionally before the game. He has tendonitis in one of his tendons in his foot, and he felt pretty good tonight, so we let him play.
How are the players holding up so far?
Not too bad. They're a little down with some of these big plays that have been broken, but other than that, they're ready to come back here in the second half.
From the point of view from a fan, how do you think the second half is going to turn out for North Penn?
North Penn's going to shut them out in the second half.
All right, great. Well, that's Coach or Mr. DeFusco, the athletic trainer for North Penn. Back to G up in the booth with Bill.
Now it's thanks, Ken. And that was Dave DeFusco, the athletic trainer for North Penn. And there you see the first half statistics. Statistic-wise, North Penn's just blowing them away on the ground. But in the air, those play-action bombs, like Coach Pettin Sr. said, was just killing the North Penn Knights. And obviously, it shows in the points. Although North Penn's dominating the game, it's going to kill them if they lose those kind of fumbles and interceptions.
See, turnovers was just a very key point in this part of the game. The fumble recovery for a touchdown was just heartbreaking for North Penn. And then the interception right outside the end zone when North Penn looked like they were about to score, it was just not what North Penn needs right now. North Penn is looking to score on this first drive to give them a big boost in the second half.
Although North Penn has played a solid offense, those couple shaky plays and those turnovers just letting the fans down, but fans so far staying in this game, and they're hoping for a Knights comeback right now.
So the fans are always behind North Penn. It's wonderful to hear. You're out in the crowd. You hear so much positive energy.
And there's a second half opening kickoff as Spico kicks it out of bounds, and that'll be a legal procedure, and it'll be around the 35-yard line where they'll field the ball. Aaron Thomas, smart play, letting the ball bounce out. Will be first and 10 for North Penn.
Aaron Thomas has done that with the past couple of punts. Stayed away, not willing to risk a fumble, and give Norristown another chance to score.
Once again, I thank Coach Mike Pettin Sr. for that interview on behalf of North Penn Television. And we hope to see them next week. And Heike Johnson breaks loose for a pickup of about 14.
Heike Johnson, Mr. Consistency for North Penn. runs the ball. Looks like he's going to have a really brilliant second half. Second half.
An official's timeout. Sheldon Gray gets up after being hit. He gets shaken up. Three-back formation for North Penn. Long snap count. And Heike Johnson up the middle gets stood up by Norristown defender. And he picks up about 3.
Norristown was all over Heike Johnson, but not before he picked up a couple of yards. That's been Norristown's. That's why North Penn has such a good running game, because Heike Johnson has amazing speed. He breaks through, and by the time the defense recovers, he's already picked up a few yards.
So it'll be 2nd and 7 for North Penn. And North Penn is set to be a second-half team. And we've seen a lot of breakaway games where North Penn scored multiple touchdowns. And right now we'll go down to Ken Myers standing by with Doug Servey, the tight end for North Penn.
Well, I'm down here with Doug Servey, who in fact is the split end here for the North Penn Knights. He's all gimped up, but he's feeling okay. Doug, what happened?
I was playing in the JV game on Monday, and I got a helmet to the knee and tore my meniscus.
Your meniscus, what would that be?
It's a cartilage in your knee.
Oh, okay. Well, I have no clue what that is. But, so anyway, how have you seen the first half developing? Or how did you see the first half developing?
Our run game seems to be sort of strong. Their run game is it's pretty weak right now. They're passing, coming up with big plays, and that's the only reason they're in this game. We got to pick it up in the second half.
What do you look for in the second half?
We got to run the ball outside and maybe take it up the middle a couple times and pass it a little more.
All right, well, Jay, that's Doug, and he's feeling pretty good.
Thanks, Ken.
So, thanks,
So it'll be 4th and 2 for North Penn, and they're going to go for it here. And the fans are standing up on their feet.
You see Mike Caposta probably
And they need this first down. And they're going to give to Heike with Mike Caposta, and he gets pushed back, and it'll be turnover on downs.
Disappointing play for North Penn. Looks like they could have had the first down. Mike Caposta just got shoved back.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Norristown here. Norristown will have another shot at scoring. Now the deep, they're going to actually measure, and of course it's short. About yard and a half short. I don't know why they marked it.
In a playoff game, you just want to make sure.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Norristown.
Going to watch for Norristown's dangerous run.
And James Edmonds split, and there's a flag on the play.
We got a false start. That's a good break for North Penn's defense. Gives them a little cushion.
So 1st and 15 situation for Norristown. Now North Penn needs a great defensive stand right here. And they have to shut down Norristown's momentum. They want to get back into this game, and they have 2 wide receivers stacked. And they're going to give it to Troy Swittenberg, and he's got spins, and he's still on his feet. finally brought down by number 91, Fran Mahan.
Good job by Fran Mahan to stick with him.
The speed of Norristown is just killing the Knights. And Troy Swittenberg was holding his hand, holding his wrist, on his way back to the huddle. Well, it looks like he's okay. And it'll be 1st and 10 around the 40-yard line of North Penn territory.
North Penn fans behind their team screaming for good defense.
They give it to number 7 this time. He's breaking outside, and he picks up about 7.
Norristown looks to be on an explosive drive.
Lou Samba on the carry.
They're putting together some very good plays, driving deep into North Penn territory.
So once again, Norristown threatened to score. And that was Chris McKelvey's father that yelled out, defense. Stewart scrambling. And he goes out of bounds. And that'll bring up 2nd and 5, or 3rd and 5. Audley Stewart on the carry. Audley Stewart completing passes for 80 yards so far. Done a great job in the first half controlling the offense.
Yeah, we saw that beautiful play-action bomb. Worked so well. Got the equalizer when it was 7-0 North Penn. Real quickly became 7-7 again.
Emmons and Terrell split, and they're going to give it to Swittenberg.
Swittenberg ran into a wall of blue.
And that'll bring up 4th down. And the offense stays on, and they're going to go for it. 4th and about 3. Now this is the play that North Penn has to stop. 4th and short. They give it to Swittenberg, and he gets wrapped up, but picks up the first. This is what happened last week against CB West when Dustin Picciotti got the initial hit, but kept on going to pick up first constantly, and that just killed the Knights. And right here, that gave Norristown the first, and a great field position for them.
Looks like North Penn's concentrating on trying to strip the ball, and that might be distracting a little bit more from taking the man down.
Good initial hit by North Penn, but Swittenberg just dives through for extra yards. And Stewart scrambling, passes, incomplete.
Good job by Aaron Thomas, the safety, to come in there and break that up.
Intended for number 83, Ray Watson, or Ernest Terrell. Second and 10 situation. Backs in the eye, 2 split ends. And they give it to Swittenberg, and he gets brought down by Mike Capusta.
Mike Capusta was all over him, nailed him. Beautiful.
Now, offensive line of Norristown suffering from key injuries, such as DePiero and Stewart, and we'll go down to Ken Myers for some more explanation on that situation. Ken?
Well, G, very true. Although they are missing Stewart and Del Piero and Davis, they've done an excellent job at keeping the defensive line at bay. Audley Stewart has had the time to be able to get out and make his throws and make the plays that he has to do. North Penn has to start to get to him and the rushing game. They have to get behind this offensive line. And basically, if they can do that, they can be able to control this game better and turn it the other way. So
Stewart rolling out. Short pass, and he seemed like he was out, and incomplete.
His feet were out of bounds.
A heart-stopping play right there. Although it was incomplete, that was very close.
Stroke of luck for North Penn.
It was a rollout. It was a play-action fake to Swittenberg, and Stewart rolls out and sees him. Little floater right there. And that will bring up 4th and 10 for Norristown, and it seems like they're going to go for it. Trips right open formation. Stewart with the long snap count. Gets it back to pass. Great pressure. And completed. Inside the 10. To Ernest Terrell. Deep inside North Penn territory, and that will be first down.
You see the excellent passing game at Norristown here. You see, look at all his time he has, time to set up, and then boom, perfect pass.
Stewart gives it to Swittenberg, who has the open lane, but closed down quickly on him, but he's able to pick up about 5 yards on the carry. Now, Ken, if you look at the Norristown gameplay today, it seems like they're running more often than they're passing more often than they're running.
Yeah, G, well, as I mentioned earlier just a few moments ago, Audley Stewart is having the time to be able to throw the ball, and he's having the time to be able to pick out his receivers due to good play by the offensive line. Although Troy Swinberg has been running very well, Audley Stewart has been proving that he's been able to pass the ball with great efficiency. So I think we'll see a continuance of this throughout the game. G, back to you.
Thanks. Very close to goal line on the run by Troy Swittenberg. And it's around 3-yard line.
So in this goal line situation, you want to look for Norristown to try to plow the ball through North Penn's defensive line.
Third and goal for Norristown, and they're going to give it to Swittenberg, and he gets wrapped up. Troy Swittenberg, the lone killer for North Penn. Although they only rushed for 57 yards, they have rushed on vital plays, and very effectively too.
Really curious as to what Norristown's going to do, whether they're going to risk trying to score the touchdown and give up a vital scoring opportunity, or do the safe thing, the wise thing, and kick the ball and try and get 3 points.
Yeah, if we can see the replay once more onto Troy Swittenberg, rolling right. There you see Steve Francis on the tackle. And great defensive stand by North Penn, and that forces Norristown to kick a field goal, but they called the timeout, and that might decide to just go for it. Right now, 7 points can be very different from having a 10-point lead with here in the third quarter, because they're going to have to score twice if they kick a field goal. But if they get stopped here, if they go for it, it may be a easy comeback by North Penn. They have a tight formation with Terrell in motion, and they're going to give it. It's a rollout pass, wide open. Swittenberg. Now,
Troy Swittenberg was wide open.
It's incomprehensible right now. When you see the defenders of North Penn, they pursue the quarterback rather than a Swittenberg who's rolling out wide open. All of them rush in, and for what?
North Penn was just too aggressive on that play. I don't know, it was just a defensive collapse.
And kick is no good. And that'll only be 6 for Norristown. And there you see all of North Penn defenders going after the quarterback. Now, Ken, how do you see the defense playing in this game tonight?
Well, G, particularly on that last play, the little screen out to Troy Swittenberg, North Penn, I think, on that play was expecting the run all the way. Now, nice job by Norristown. You have to give them credit in using the play action and going on the screen to Swittenberg. And, well, you just can't say enough. And then on the other side, North Penn not being able to get it done on defense. They have to be able to anticipate the plays, and they have to be able to turn it up here if they have any chance to win. Back to G and Bill up in the booth.
Thanks, Ken. A great chance to stop Norristown right there.
North Penn just wasn't able to come up with it. Knights are down by 13 points. It's got to be really disheartening at the moment. We're in the late in the third quarter. North Penn unable to score so far in this half. Let's see what they can do.
Deep kick by Norristown, and Landis will field it, or Aaron Thomas. And he's still on his feet. Aaron Thomas, nowhere to go. He gets to around the 25-yard line. So the Knights offense will have another shot.
Let's see if North Penn's running game can carry them in the end zone.
Double tight formation for North Penn. And they're going to give it to Heike Johnson, rolling outside.
Norristown was all over him on that play, expecting the run.
There you see number 17, James Emmons, the lifesaver of Norristown, who caught that 4th down and 10 pass from Stewart to give the Norristown Eagles the first down. Heike Johnson bouncing outside, brought down by Swittenberg. There you see the fans. They may be disappointed now, but they're not giving up hope on their Knights. It's a matter of who wants it more. Because if you lose tonight, there is no tomorrow, and your season's over. And so far, Norristown seems like they want it more as they're flying around on defense, offense, special teams, you name it, they're doing it.
As you see the skills matchup, North Penn and Norristown are pretty equal. The difference been tonight is Norristown just looks like they want it more. Norristown's got a little bit more bounce to their step than North Penn.
2nd and 10 for North Penn. North Penn so far can match up against any team in the league, yet against CB West and so far tonight, they seem to be being outplayed by the opponents.
North Penn's defense seems to be primarily the strongest against the running game, which is why they're limiting Norristown so much. Norristown so far this year has yet to encounter a strong passing game like Norristown's. Norristown's passing game has been outstanding tonight. You see with the two passing touchdowns.
With the offensive line like North Penn, I don't see how the defensive line of Norristown can stop you on runs. And that'll bring up 4th and 1. A very risky situation for Coach Pettin as he sends in Chris Hamill and Matt Gill.
What Norristown's defense has been doing is just grappling, going between North Penn's offensive line.
Stack formation, 5-man front and he gets pushed for the first down by number 15 on the defense. Mike Wilson, the D-end, pushed Clay Kucklick for the first down.
Clay Kucklick looked like he had lost his bearings, lost his senses, and then Norristown came and
let's look at that one more time. They just gave him the first down. Number 15, Mike Wilson. Now there's a timeout on the field. And let's go to Ken Myers on the field. Ken?
Well, gee, on that last first down play, as you said, Clay Kucklick with the quarterback bootleg. Of course, he got the help from behind from Larry Cannon, who was actually in motion on the play. And he came up right behind Clay and was able to push him for the first down. Very important factor right there for North Penn if they hope to score here and take the win. Back to G and Bill up in the booth.
That was a huge stroke of luck for North Penn, keeping them alive in this drive.
With the end of third quarter, fourth quarter, North Penn's going to definitely have to turn it up. And if they score 2 touchdowns, it seems like they're going to win it. And defense is going to have to shut down this Norristown offense. With that missed field goal, that could be a game decider if North Penn comes back and scores 2 touchdowns. Josh Ketchum in the backfield. Heike Johnson in motion. And Kucklick on the keeper. Picks up about a yard. Coach Penn likes to run that quarterback option.
Worked very well in the first half. Clay Kucklick was able to pick up some big yards. Norristown looks like they're looking for it a little bit more and able to shut them down so far this half.
Kucklick so far with 38 yards rushing. About 3.8 yards per carry for Clay Kucklick. And Heike Johnson about 5 yards deep. Play action fake, and he has number 25 on the pursuit. And Clay Kucklick will take off, all down by the sidelines. And it seems like he picked up the first. Number 25, Terry Powell, the D-end of and picks up the first.
Looks like I think it was number 53, Bill Gill, saw what was happening, came to his quarterback's aid, and knocked number 25, Norristown, away.
Play Cuck looked a little shook up on the last play, but he gets back into the game. They're going to give it to Heike Johnson through the middle, and he has a little room, and he picks up about 9.
Good to see North Penn looks like they're getting back into this game, look a little bit more excited. You can feel a little bit more positive energy coming from them.
Now you can see number 25 being pursued, and 53 Bill Gill just takes him out and put on by number 35 on the defense. And Heike Johnson on the carry gets inside the 10.
This is what North Penn wants to see. They want to see the offense being very productive so far. Heike Johnson not giving up, going for the extra yards, plowing through. Excellent, excellent play.
Now North Penn is very well in this game. Ball on the 10-yard line. They can score right here. Look at Heike Johnson breaking 3 tackles. Heike Johnson on the sweep, has the open lane, and scores the touchdown. And they're right behind Norristown, 27-20.
This is why you have never count out the North Penn Knights.
And Heike Johnson breaks the 200-yard rushing barrier with 222 yards for the day. An unbelievable effort by the offensive line and Heike Johnson. And the extra point will put the Knights 6 points behind Norristown. Wes Heinel kicks, and it's good.
Whenever I see Wes Heinel kick.
And there's a flag on the play. It seems like a roughing the kicker, and it is. And they're going to decline it.
Whenever I see Wes Heinel kick, there's only one thing that comes to mind. Something that goes that far should have a stewardess on it.
Wes Heinel, the very versatile kicker, extremely good leg. All year long, he has been a major factor in the special team, putting up good points for North Penn.
Wes Heinel's excellent, reliable kicker. He's had very few missed field goals, if any, this year. It's gives North Penn a lot of confidence to have such a
Now North Penn
kicker.
special teams fired up right now, running out.
That's what you want to see. You want to see North Penn get it back in this game. Look at the fire. Look at the intensity. North Penn really wants this game.
Now let's go back down to Ken Myers. Ken?
Well, gee, on that last touchdown by Heike Johnson, that could be a turn of the tables for North Penn. You saw there, again, Chris McKelvey and Bill Gill doing it again, turning it up, opening the hole for Heike Johnson. That led to that touchdown. Hopefully, let's see them that they'll be able to turn the tables around here a little. So back to G and Bill in the booth.
The Knights have a 15-yard advantage after that roughing the kicker call. And they'll kick it off at the 45-yard line of Norristown, and they're going to send it deep. And it'll be a touchback and no return for Norristown. We're going to need a great defensive stop by North Penn, and the fans are on their feet.
Look at North Penn's defense. Look how fired up they are. North Penn really wants to get back into this game.
First and 10, Norristown. Here in the fourth quarter with about 10 minutes to go. North Penn has the whole season to play for. And the fans getting on their feet right now.
The noise here and the energy is amazing. It's such a great feeling to be in this stadium right now.
And they give it to Swittenberg, and he gets fumbles. And Norristown recovers. But a great defensive play by the defense of North Penn. But that excitement has to calm down
You feel this adrenaline. North Penn wants to force the fumble.
And Colonello almost got the recovery. So second and long for Norristown, and you can well see a play action fake Hail Mary again. And North Penn is definitely going to have to stay home. And they're going to have to think very hard and be focused on their assignments and not give up on big plays. And it's a play action fake. 5 has number 9 wide open. Incomplete.
This is the North Penn defense we've seen all year long. The defense that was strong, confident.
Intended for Trey Hedrick. And that was pass interference. And I don't see where it came from.
Terrible stroke of luck for North Penn. North Penn's defense looked like they were really fired up. And to have something like that, that must have been the straw that broke the camel's back.
And it's going to be an automatic first down for Norristown, 15 yards. It's a personal foul. We'll see that one more time. I don't see the penalty.
With that camera angle, I didn't see it either. It looked like a clean play.
Now North Penn's going to have to do it again with backs in the eye, with man in motion, Terrell in motion, and they're going to give it to Swittenberg. And he's still rolling.
Swettenberg able to pick up the first down.
North Penn has to finish the play before they give up. They thought he was down, and they start relaxing, and you see Troy Swittenberg just spinning out and just trying to break loose. That has to be a wake-up call for North Penn. They're going to have to be fired up on defense and not give up until the end.
I think that was the same thing that happened last week at CB East. They thought they had Dustin Bichotti down, and they just used so much power and was able to pull for 4 more yards out of each play.
James Edmonds split. Swittenberg in the backfield. Terrell in motion. Play action fake. Quarterback option. He goes for a sweep, and he picks up the first.
Norristown now, looks like this game is changing momentum. Norristown taking that pass interference call to their advantage.
I hate seeing referees making those kind of calls, and that could be a game decider here in this game. First and 10 for Norristown here. Backs in the eye. And the handoff to Swittenberg. Fumble again. Norristown recovers.
That was a second fumble this drive.
Second and long for Norristown here. Seven minutes and 30 seconds to go. We're going to need a great defensive stand here.
You hear the fans again getting behind the North Penn Knights.
Stewart with the count. Quick handoff to Swittenberg. Sweep. We're inside handoff, and he gets nowhere, and that will bring up third and long.
It's a good heads-up play by North Penn defense. They saw it was a double handoff with a fake. North Penn, good heads-up play.
Ernest Terrell on the play. Goes nowhere, and that'll be third and long.
This is where Norristown's probably going to want to look to take advantage of their excellent passing game.
Stewart definitely has the ability to pass. And with Edmonds and Terrell as the wide receivers. He is a major threat. With a deep drop, Stewart with a pass, almost picked off by Aaron Thomas. Great defensive play.
Excellent defensive play. North Penn got all over that ball. Didn't want to give Norristown an inch.
It'll be 4th and long, and we'll see what they do here. I presume they're going to punt, but Norristown, they may go for it, although they're bringing out some backups with Trey Hedrick and Stewart in there. There you see, tip by 88 Ernest Terrell. Then again, Edmonds had a shot at it, but Aaron Thomas stopped him. And great stop by number 31, Mike Landon. Unbelievable play.
Mike Landon's all over the kicker. Took him.
What a stop. The false snap by the center. And that will be 1st and 10 for the Knights.
Very poor snap
Deep
by
inside
Norristown.
Norristown territory. Unbelievable play. There you see high snap, and Mike Landis just pulverizing the punter.
Mike Landis was all over him.
Hand off to Heike Johnson. Rolling outside, wide open. And he picks up he's very close to the first down marker. Very exciting game we have here tonight. And they're going to measure. It's very close. About inches short of the first. Now, second and short situations is a very good thing for an offense.
Second short situation for North Penn's probably going to result in Mike Capusta being handed the ball and just plowing through the defense.
We can expect a run by Heike Johnson, or I guess not. It's the trips right formation with Mike Capusta blown back. Long snap count, and they give it to Capusta, and he picks up the first down inside the 25-yard line.
But again, we talked about the importance of Mike Capusta to the North Penn team. As a grappler, his job is to just get through the defense, plow through, pick up those second inches situations.
Aaron Thomas split left, Heike Johnson in the backfield with Mike Capusta at fullback. And they're going to get to Heike Johnson through the middle. He's still on his feet. And up to the 15-yard line.
We talked about many factors in this game, the passing game of Norristown, the running game of North Penn. The biggest factor, I think, in this game has been the attitude of the fans. No matter what the situation has been tonight, the fans have been behind North Penn.
You can hear the excitement here at Crawford Stadium as the fans are standing up as the Knights finally get back into the red zone of Norristown with about 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go. They're going to give it to Heike Johnson, and he's going to be stood up this time. And he's a little short of the first. And that'll bring up 3rd and 2.
See, Norristown starting to look tired. When you get an exciting offensive drive like that, the defense gets very tired.
So great turn of events here at Crawford Stadium.
Talked earlier about
Johnson with 233 yards so far has been the key factor for North Penn.
Talked earlier about Norristown having a bounce instead. Now it's North Penn. North Penn, you can see the adrenaline and the excitement coming from this team.
And they're going to give it to Capusta, who bulldozes through for the first. And they're close to the 10-yard line. As they keep chopping away at these yards. with about 4 minutes to go. It's all about possession here. As I said before, with a game like this, will be decided in the end.
This is a game everyone hoped to see tonight.
Two wings.
A very exciting
and
game.
They go to the middle. Mike Kapusta, and he stopped around the 10-yard line with a pickup about 1. And that'll bring up 2nd and 9 for North Penn. Or 2nd and 7, rather.
See North Penn taking their time a little bit more in this red zone, trying to keep the clock running over the time. So if they score the touchdown, Norristown does not have as much time to score.
With the clock winding down, they're going to give it to Kapusta. It's play action fake. Click. Touchdown. It's now up. And it's 27-27 here at Crawford Stadium, and the fans are going nuts. Unbelievable comeback by North Penn. And they have West Heinel out there going for the extra point.
Look, everyone in the stadium is on their feet
right now. They have to quiet down for this kick. And this could be the deciding drive for this game. And that missed extra point by Norristown seems like it's going to play a major role. And West Heinel puts it right through the uprights. And we are up 28-27 with 3 minutes to go. We can see the replay of play action to Mike Kapusta, and Clay Cooklick just takes it into the end zone for the touchdown, and they're up 28-27.
Beautifully well orchestrated play.
And we got to go to Ken Myers right now. Ken, unbelievable turn of events here.
Uh-oh, they got a roll back. Dang, I'm not getting anything. Damn.
The crowd is going nuts. And we'll try Ken Myers later. But 28-27 is the score here at Crawford Stadium, and the Knights are up by a point. And we're going to need a great stop from North Penn defense. And this is the point of no return, meaning that whoever scores last is going to win. And North Penn's going to need a great defensive stop. And let's go back down to Ken Myers. Ken?
Well, gee, that was just probably one of the most exciting plays I've ever seen in North Penn history. Heike Johnson, on that bootleg, Clay Cooklick, that was absolutely a magnificent, splendid play. That was put together absolutely beautifully. With me now, I have Richie Kincaid and Dave Atkins, who just want to say one word. How's it been going so far, guys?
Mike Moore is incredible. He's playing with one hand. He's incredible. One-handed Mike Moore.
All right.
What would he do with 2 hands? He's incredible.
All right, well, back, you hear it right there for the fans. So everyone's popped up. So back to Jerry.
You can hear the excitement coming from the North Penn fans, showing the support for the North Penn defense and how well they've done tonight.
So 1st and 10 for Norristown here.
Norristown knows they have to score on this drive. This is it. This can be.
And they have 5 receivers for Norristown. And Stewart. It's a little pop pass to Swittenberg. And he's going down the sideline. And North Penn has to be thinking this cannot be happening. With 2 minutes and 56 seconds to go, they have to stop Norristown for scoring. And with Norristown constantly getting first downs, it's not going to help North Penn. And they're going to have to hang on to this 1-point lead, and they're going to need a great defensive play. Swittenberg, or Stewart once again, looks. Has Edmonds once more, and that's caught.
See, Norristown
James Edmonds.
Norristown using their very effective passing game that's helped them so much tonight. You want to watch, it's probably going to be the entire passing drive.
2nd and 5. Norristown with 5 wide receivers once again. As they're going down the field, and he's going to be sacked by number 57 of North Penn.
Matt Price, number 57, Matt Price came in. It was all over him.
Who would have expected Matt Price to make that kind of stop in a playoff game? And that will be the 2-minute warning, or will it go on right now? 3rd and long for Norristown with 4 wide receivers. And Swittenberg rolling out. And Chris McKelvey almost with the hit. And it's caught.
No, from this angle, I could have sworn his knees were on the ground.
Norristown threatening to score, and this could be the season for North Penn. North Penn has to calm down right now and play the game without the excitement. We know that their adrenaline is flowing, but they're going to have to calm down and play the game mentally. And Stewart on the quarterback option. There's a flag on the play. And it seems like it's going to come back. And let's see the decision. Holding. And it'll be 1st and 24. Norristown.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've never been this excited in my entire life. This is an awesome play. This beats any Super Bowl I've ever witnessed.
Minute and 12 seconds to go. And I don't know how many timeouts that Norristown has. But that could have been a great play for Norristown, but it comes right back in their face. Unbelievable turn of events. It seemed like Norristown had the first, but they get pushed right back 20 yards, and it'll be 1st and 20 for Norristown because of a mental mistake and a great defensive pressure by North Penn. And 4 wide receivers once again for Stewart. And 91 pursuing.
Fran Mahan was almost had the sack there.
And Stewart will be brought down after a 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 14. And there's a timeout with 45 seconds to go. 45 seconds is there all that's left for North Penn to cling on to this 1-point lead.
But Gene, a situation like this, whose defense would you rather have? North Penn Knights or Norristown's?
I can't give you a straight answer because both teams' offense have great speed and mobility, and it's shown this game 28-27 right now with the aid of the missed extra pointer by Skip Hot or the kicker Spicco. And let's go down to Ken Myers. Ken?
Well, G, as you saw in that last holding call, that could prove to be a major turnaround here for the North Penn Knights. That was absolutely deleterious to that Norristown teammate. That big pick up there negated all the way. That could be the difference in this whole game. Back up to you, Jay.
Second and 14 situation for Norristown here. And Norristown needs everything, or it's a season cut short. And they have 3 wide receivers or 4 wide receivers, trips left, wide formation. And they have Swittenberg. And it's caught for the first down. Unbelievable.
Here we see Norristown inside the 20 with 37 seconds left in the game.
And they're going to try to spike the ball here. And they're going to bring out, I guess they're going to go for a field goal. They're going to try to get, it's 2nd and 10 without any timeouts. And they might try to go for one more play to get a better field position for the kicker.
Right here, this is North Penn's last stand.
And let's see that replay. Stewart, all the time in the world to pass to number 9, Trey Hedrick, the tight end. 2nd and 10. And they're going to go for it. And they give to Swittenberg. And he's brought down, and time keeps on rolling. And if they kick a field goal, it'll be a 37-yarder.
20 seconds left in the game.
And they're going to have to line up very quick. 16-15. And they have one timeout left, and they use it now.
With 15 seconds left in the game.
And who knew that Norristown had one more timeout left? I don't know. Unbelievable game. Most exciting game I ever called in my life.
You see on the North Penn sidelines, look like most of the players are praying.
Two years ago, it came down to the clock where Norristown won it in overtime. And Norristown once again threatening to score here in the 4th quarter with about 15 seconds to go. This is a heart-stopping situation for anybody that watches this football game. And they're going to go for a field goal here. And it'll be a 37-yard field goal, and North Penn will call a timeout.
It's a very wise decision by North Penn calling the timeout. They're messing with the mind of the Norristown kicker, getting a little hesitant. The more he has to think about this kick, the more likely it is that he will miss it.
You got to ask yourself, how much do you want this?
It's absolutely incredible tonight. See North Penn playing a little sluggish the first half to come back and take the lead with 15 seconds left in the game. It's just an astonishing night in football.
Spicco, he will decide the season for both teams. Who will move on is decided on his foot. And everyone is hoping that he will miss for North Penn.
This field goal is forever.
And the kick is up. And it's no good.
It's no good.
North Penn is win. And North Penn with 10 seconds to go. And they're going to win it. And there's a flag on the play on North Penn. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. I don't know what to say.
I thought it was over for Norristown, and then you see the flag.
What can go wrong for North Penn here? 10 seconds to go. And there's a flag. And they'll have one more shot at this. And the referee's back call right there.
You do not want to see a playoff game decided by a penalty. This is ridiculous.
That's all I can say. I don't see how they're going to make a call like that in a game like this. It was a roughing on the kicker. I want to see that play one more time if we could. And this is just crazy. And if we could see it right there, but we couldn't see it.
Just left, just wide of the goalpost. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Everyone taking their knees.
You're about to witness North Penn's last stand.
Victor will attempt the field goal.
Really good.
Unbelievable! And North Penn will win the game! Unbelievable stop! Unbelievable stop!
It's unbelievable. A Spica with 2 missed field goals.
And it's season over for Norristown here at Crawford Stadium as North Penn will win it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the stuff that dreams are made of.
And timeout called by North Penn.
What a way to end the game.
And excuse my excitement here, but you gotta say this has been a pretty exciting game. And I don't see anybody sleeping tonight, especially Norristown. It must be a nightmare for them. Now let's go down to Ken Myers down on the field. Ken, how do you say that? I'm lost for words here. Unbelievable comeback by North Penn with 2 touchdowns in the second half.
Ken, your mic is lost.
And we'll come back to you, Ken. With 5 seconds to go, all North Penn has to do is kneel the ball, and they win this one. And they will have a rematch with CB West, depending upon how they do against Penn Ridge.
You see Heike Johnson way back, just as insurance.
Unbelievable game here tonight. Obviously, you can sense that I'm a North Penn fan, and I'm going to say that on air. Yes, I am. And that's the game, and North Penn takes this one by 1 point. Great team, North Penn finally advances to the second round of the playoffs. And let's go down to Ken Myers, 10. All this excitement has just gone crazy, and there you see the fans running out on the field.
Kirby, man, I can't talk. Oh, that was the best game I've ever seen.
And Ken's out. Ken can't talk, so, and that's how I feel, Ken. Bill,
this is what you want to feel. This is it's amazing. This is an incredible feeling.
First time since arrival of Coach Penn that they beat a team in the first round of the district playoffs and advanced. And so right now, but
you love to see this. North Penn advances to the playoffs, and they also beat Norristown. They were 0-2 in Norristown since 1995. This is just incredible.
320 total rushing yards for
Heike Johnson had a 200-plus yard game. It was just incredible.
320 total rushing yards for North Penn, including a 237 yards by Heike Johnson. Now, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
You don't have to like me.
Or you can. You don't have to be my friend.
But you might like me if you got to know me.
You don't have to be my roommate.
I am gonna be your neighbor. You don't have to run with me.
You really don't have to run away from me.
You may not like what I have to say.
But hear me.
Hear me out.
And we're not all that different. I like good food.
good music.
I love my mom. I want to fall in love.
Madly. I want a good job.
I want my kids to live in a world
where they are safe and loved and respected for who they are.
You don't have to like me, but if you talk to me,
You might.
we can end prejudice if we talk to each other.
Call.
Tell us what you do.
Together we can build one America.
What would you do if you had to choose between the buffalo and the giraffes? Between a flower or an elephant? What would you choose? What if you had to decide between a 100-year-old tree and a million-year-old beach? Between drinking clean water or breathing clean air? Would you make the right choice? Would there be a right choice? Now there's a way to help. Not just one, but all these things. EarthShare, the world's leading environmental groups working together. It's one choice we can all live with. Ask your employer about workplace giving.
Who's the man? Yeah, all right. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, I told you, don't be bringing that weak stuff in here. Yeah. Who's the man? Who's the man?
Exercised lately?
Welcome back to Crawford City. Exciting win for North Penn, pulling off a 28-27 comeback from a 14 or 21-14 halftime score. Coming back.
It was just an astonishing game, and I think the entire thing went back to Norristown's number 55, James Stewart, pushed Clay Kucklick to a first down in the second half.
Totally exciting sight. I never seen a sight like this on a football field in North Penn since I got here. And if we could look at the halftime stats, there you see it. 320 total rushing yards, and that's what gave North Penn the win. Obviously, Norristown, good point production, but unable to pull off the win with the two chances of the field goal at the end. Both missed, and that just gave North Penn a chance to kneel the ball and run the clock out and win the game.
It was so exciting to see North Penn come over some questionable calls by the officials and still come up with this astonishing win. The energy at Crawford Stadium was astonishing tonight, and I hope to see it again when North Penn takes on whoever wins the CB West Penn Ridge game.
With a win like this, how do you come back and calm down going on to a next game?
I don't think you do calm down. I think you want to take this momentum and use it constructively and go into the next game with some force.
28-27, and Ken Myers is standing by with Coach Mike Pettin Jr. Ken? Oh, and we'll be right back. We'll go down to Ken in just a moment. An unbelievable run for North Penn all season long. There you see Mike Moore and Mike Caposta.
You just...
Unbelievable.
The North Penn players leaned on each other, count on each other to make their dream come true and get into the second round of the playoffs. And this is just, it's so amazing.
Now last year we lost the CB West game home because of a missed extra point, but this year we win because of a missed field goal by the opponent and giving us the 1-point lead. It's unbelievable. And there you see Coach Beck raising Mike Caposta, the senior captain. Unbelievable game tonight. And I'm wondering if Coach Pettin's down there with Ken Myers right now. Unbelievable, and the fans are still sticking around. And it's been a heck of a game.
This is going to be a game people are going to talk about for years. The way North Penn came back, take the victory over Norristown. It's nothing less than astonishing.
I got to hand it to the Pettin family. Coach Pettin Sr. and Jr. doing a great job for both teams. And let's go to Ken Myers down with Coach Pettin.
Well, we're here with Coach Pettin. Absolutely one of the greatest wins I've ever seen in any game whatsoever. I loved it. What does this mean to your entire team?
I just thought our season really hung in the balance for this one. We felt that if we lost this one, we'd be out. We would just have Thanksgiving left, and we felt that that this team was we felt that we're better than that. We could go beyond that. We wanted to play. We wanted to get a rematch. We wanted to get some redemption, and the only way to do it was to win tonight. And we couldn't catch a break until finally at the end. We did, and I thought our kids just hung in there.
Heike Johnson, Mike Moore, and Steve Francis, huge contributors in today's game. What do you have to say about them?
I just think it was a total team effort. I mean, we'll obviously watch the film and see who was making the plays, but I just think it was across the board, team-wise, just great character. It's just a tribute to our seniors. I think they were the ones we rallied around.
Now, because of this game, you move on. You accomplished a dream, which is a total dream for the school and everything. You've done an excellent job in these past 3 years. You've turned this football program around. What do these upcoming weeks mean in the playoffs?
Well, I mean, it's it's 1 week and done, so we just have to prepare each week. We got to. I said enjoy the win tonight, but we'll get up tomorrow and start preparing for next week. But it means a lot that we set a goal at the beginning of the season. We wanted to play in the district title game, and we've however strange it happened, we've accomplished that goal. We're sitting right where we want to be, and I'm just thrilled to death about it.
Well, again, Coach, excellent win, one of the best I've ever seen. It means everything. It's great. It's just a tribute to you and your school, and I consider you an absolute legend already. It's great.
I wouldn't get that far.
This has been a great group, I know, through these few years. But congratulations overall, Coach. This is great.
Thank you.
You have it right there, G, from Coach Pettin. These guys are going on. They're ready to have redemption against West. Back to you up in the booth.
This is where tradition starts for North Penn as they move on to, once again, take on CB West. And it'll be at CB West. Unbelievable matchup tonight. And all my heart goes out to the team, the families, and Coach Pettin. All my praise, all my respect. Unbelievable coach, a father-like figure to the team. Great effort by the team. Struggled in the first half, but came back strong in the second. And that'll do it tonight here at Crawford Stadium. 28-27, unbelievable victory by North Penn Knights. And tonight, it's going to be partying night for North Penn to prepare for next week's CB West matchup, or as we hope. And that'll be it here for North Penn Television. This is Bill Heddle next to me. Thanks, Bill, for sticking by. And Ken Myers down on the field. This is Ji Yoon, along with the whole North Penn Television crew. And thanks to Coach Pettin, we have a great victory here tonight, along with Heike Johnson, Clay Kucklick, Mike Colinello, the offensive line, defensive line, the special team, and especially Wes Heinel, the great kicker of North Penn. Unbelievable game, and we'll wrap it up here tonight as time wind down to 0 and North Penn pulled out the win 28-27. And thank you very much for tuning in. And there you see Heike Johnson that scored the touchdown. Unbelievable game, and we'll wrap it up once again. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on North Penn Television, North Penn Sports.